I am also from Igbo. My mom gave me Ifeanyi because my mother is Igbo, but you can only use three in your passport. Three names in your passport, Governor Adeleke says. Now, wow. So Governor Adeleke is claiming Igbo now. Say his mother is from Igbo, and they gave him Ifeanyi, but he didn't bear that Ifeanyi because you only need three names in your passport. Ha. Now, wow. So now he has a love, he's showing his love for the Igbos now. How far will this go? I'm sure the trouble between the Igbos and the Yorubas because of Tinubu and APC is getting out of hand, and people are trying to find their level in the midst of that controversy. Okay? So let's see exactly what more this governor has to say. In an exclusive conversation with Arise TV, Governor Adeleke of Osun State shared insights into the origin of the name Jackson on his passport. He conveyed that his mother, being Igbo, named him Ifeanyi, while his father bestowed upon him three names. He clarified that Ifeanyi wasn't included in his passport because it permits only three names. So the governor also highlighted his renowned dancing skills, recalling a victory in a dance competition during the Michael Jackson era. So he recounted how the nickname Jackson stuck since then, prompting him to officially adopt it as part of his name. Can you imagine? Okay, because of his dancing and during Michael Jackson era, so that is why they used to call him Michael Jackson. So they used to call him Jackson because of his dancing steps, and dancing prowess. Ha! Now, wow. So he remarked, my father gave me names at my birth: Ademola, Nuruddin, and Adeleke. My mom gave me Ifeanyi because my mother is Igbo, but you can only use three names in your passport. So in my passport now, I have Ademola Jackson Adeleke. Can you imagine? So that is exactly how come he has three names, and so what is happening here is that he is claiming to be Igbo. That is it. So he's partly Igbo. I never knew that Governor Adeleke has a connection with the Igbos. Okay, the fact remains that for a very long time, the people of Edo State, people of Ekiti State, people of Osun State, Ondo State, all those people have been intermarrying with the Igbos for a very long time. And a lot of the people from the Midwestern region actually migrated to the West in the old days, pre-independence era, and up till after independence, and up till after the Civil War. It was actually after the Civil War that most people started moving from the Southwest back to their places in the Midwestern region, okay, and the Eastern region. So the thing here remains that they still intermarry. It's just like what is happening in Lagos. A lot of people that are making noise in Lagos have, even Tinubu's son is married to an Igbo woman. So how do you say that? So now you see that the fight between the Igbos and the Yorubas in Lagos is needless and it's useless. The only reason that fight is there is because Tinubu and APC have decided to use, divide and rule to get victory by causing confusion among the people, so that from there votes will be divided, and from there they can get their way through. If you ask me, it's just like in Delta State when there was war between Ijos and the Ishakiris. Okay, we saw how the war was happening in the village and they were killing themselves, but in the town, in Lagos, in Port Harcourt, in abroad, you see Ijo man will run to Ishakiri man's to stay. You see Ishakiri man run to Ijo man's house to stay in the town, but in the village they are fighting each other. What sense does that make? This is exactly what is happening between the Yorubas and the Igbos. Okay, they have so intermarried. In fact, the Igbos did not marry Hausas. They don't intermarry with Hausas the way they have intermarried with the Yorubas and the Edos. Okay, so if you understand the history of this relationship, you will not do anything, that will cause that, that tribal alliance truncate or to break. A lot of the Yorubas marry the Igbos. Okay, just like the so-called the Labour Party governorship candidate in what do they call it, in Lagos State, GRV. Okay, the guy Road Vivor's mother is Igbo and his wife is Igbo. So what do you have to say? So all these people that are doing in Lagos, that you're using tribe to go and cause confusion in the state so that they can continue to remain relevant politically. They are using divide and rule. They are using intertribal war. They are using ethnicity to divide the people further so that they can continue to dominate the people politically. Because generally, I tell you, you can imagine Adeleke saying that his mother is Igbo and his original name is Ifeanyi. So no wonder Davido is also married an Igbo, and his the late son's name was Ifeanyi. Can you see a correlation there? Can you see how Ifeanyi came to be? So if his uncle's name, home name was Ifeanyi, but he never put in his passport, Davido therefore had to go and replicate that name in his son, though the son had just passed on, so may his soul rest in perfect peace. But you can see that they have Igbo blood in them. They have Igbo blood in them. They have Igbo blood in them. So that is exactly what Adeleke is saying, that he is an Igbo, partly Yoruba and partly Igbo. And you can't take that away. The bloodline is there. So the question is, we should ask ourselves, are we supposed to allow the political class to sow seed of discord using ethnicity among ourselves and use it to dominate us politically? Are we going to accept that? Or is it not high time everybody come together and say enough is enough? All these politicians, whether you're Igbo or you're Hausa or you're Yoruba, tribe is irrelevant. If you don't perform, you go home. If you cause problem, we take you out and let the people that are ready to make Nigeria great come to power. Until we come back to that reality, until we come back to that realization, I tell you, nothing is going to move forward in Nigeria. As long as we continue to put forward ethnic differences rather than using our ethnicity as strength, we are now under strength in diversity. We are now using it as a weapon to fight. Very bad. Absolutely not good enough. Not good enough. So I can see that the Igbo blood runs in the Adeleke's family. Again, I repeat, no wonder Davido named his late son Ifeanyi. It's the same thing. Wow. So that is what Adeleke is saying. His mother gave him Ifeanyi because his mother is Igbo, but it's just that he didn't use it because he already has 3 names that he has put in his passport, and they can't make it more than 3. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.